Hello to everyone. I am Mr. Bass, and this year I had the pleasure of serving as principal of PUC Lakeview Charter High School. I would like to extend a warm virtual welcome to parents, families, and friends of the graduates. Welcome to our founder, Dr. Elliott, our members of the PUC Schools Board, to our PUC Superintendent, Ms. Ribas, and to our PUC Superintendent of Academics, Ms. Alonso. Welcome to our fellow administrators, teachers, and staff, and finally to the class of 2020, welcome. Welcome to the 7th annual commencement ceremony and to our first ever virtual graduation of PUC Lakeview Charter High School.
And now it is my honor to introduce an exemplary student, not only inside the classroom, but outside through her service as a student leader. This year's Salutatorian, Julie Valdez.
Hello, I'm Julie Valdez, and I'm the Salutatorian for the class of 2020. Now, traditionally, the Salutatorian will lead the Pledge of Allegiance, but because of the circumstances we're under, I will be reading a poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson instead. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find beauty in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether it be a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here, that is to have succeeded. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Julie. For the class of 2020's virtual commencement ceremony, we asked the class of 2020 which teacher they would like to give them their last lecture as a PUC LCHS student. The teacher they selected was their 11th grade English teacher, Mr. Reed Anderson. Mr. Anderson has been teaching at Lakeview for the past 8 years, and in that time has been a role model, coach, and mentor to our students. It is now my honor to introduce Mr. Anderson and his last lecture.
Congratulations to everyone. Just wanted to take a quick second before the last lecture starts to let you know that I recorded it a little bit before everything in the news started happening, and it felt kind of wrong, because I'm going to talk about the little moments in life in the video. It felt wrong not to acknowledge some of the bigger ones that are happening in our world right now. That said, it's important, of course, to stand and have your voice heard. It's also important that we take time to celebrate and acknowledge these big milestones when they happen, because graduation is still a big deal. Even with everything happening in the world, I couldn't be prouder and happier to be taking the time tonight to celebrate that with you all. So without further ado, here's the last lecture.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it to graduation. And I know it may not be what you were expecting. You were probably expecting something a little bit more like this and a little bit less like this. But I've got to tell you, I could not be prouder of what you've accomplished either way. Now, I love graduations, I really do, because a graduation is a happy ending. You did it. You ran the race, you crossed the finish line, you were pushed and challenged in ways you never could have expected, and you found yourself not only equal to, but greater than the task at hand. And so it's a happy occasion. But it's a little bit sad too, because that's how we feel when something good ends. Now, as an English teacher, I love a little irony in a good ending, but I also love The Office, and I know some of you do too. So for our last lecture today, we're going to see what we can learn from this classic sitcom. Now, The Office had a good ending, don't get me wrong, but the real reason that I love The Office isn't the ending. It's the little moments along the way, like when Pam fell asleep on Jim's shoulder, or when Kevin made his famous chili, or when Dwight did pretty much anything, because Dwight's an awesome character. But the real reason I want to talk to you about The Office is that I think it works really well as a metaphor for what life is really all about. It's these little moments that make up, what build into over time our lives. Now, I'm sure your time at Lakeview has been filled with these little moments, the memories, the inside jokes, the stresses, the boredom, the friendships. It's sad to see it end, especially when we didn't get to say goodbye the way we thought we would. But I'd just like to remind you, every ending is also a new beginning. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm so excited for you all to take those next steps. Whether you're looking to continue your schooling or begin working, the world needs your unique perspective. We need your voices to help shape our world into a better place for everyone. And I know sometimes it takes a while to figure out what your voice is, particularly in a society like ours that's as divided as it is right now. But that's okay. Take your time and really question what it is that you want. Make sure it's not just what someone told you to want or what everyone else says is the best thing to do, because even the safe routes don't always work out. Now, I know I don't have to tell the class of 2020 that things don't always work out as you plan them, but trust me when I say there's no thrill like being the architect of your own life and the hero of your own story. Even if you don't end up where you planned on being, even if it takes more time than you thought it was, even now is not the right time. If you really hold on to that idea, at least the entire time, the journey will be yours. So go after what you want and do it with passion and hard work. Ask for help from the people you care about and trust them to help you along the way. Don't listen to the doubters. They'll be there, trust me. But the closer you get to proving them wrong, the louder they'll actually get. The truth is, we're all just out here trying to figure this thing out. So if you don't know what it is you want to do with the rest of your life, good. Go find it. Try a million different things if you can. And if you haven't found something you like, don't give up. And if you find something you like, go after it. And if you're lucky enough to find something you love, don't be afraid to hold on to it. People may not always understand you, but it was never about them anyways. So as I sign off for this last lecture, I'll leave you with these borrowed words. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best of it or the worst of it. And I hope that you make the best of it. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find that you're not, I hope you have the courage to start all over again. Because as Kevin Malone would say, every ending, also a beginning. Congratulations, class of 2020. Proud of you already.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for that amazing lecture. Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Mrs. Lipson, and this year I had the pleasure of serving as your Dean of Academics. It is my pleasure to announce the academic distinctions for the class of 2020. First, I would like to recognize our cum laude students, which are those who earned between a 3.0 and a 3.49 GPA during their time here at LCHS. These students will be receiving a blue cord for this distinction. The students are Chelsea Alvarado, Diana Benkovic, Alina Carizosa, Mary Ceballos Monroy, Jessie Contreras, Leticia Corona Nunez, Christian Esparza, Jesus Garcia, Jason Guerrero, Dulce Lopez, Elizabeth Maceda, Valerie Marroquin, Fernando Miranda, Jocelyn Prieto, Miguel Rocha Diaz, Rosana Rodriguez, Emma Rodriguez, Jocelyn Rodriguez, Joey Vasquez, Brian Zarate Macias. Now I would like to recognize our magna cum laude students. These students earned between a 3.5 and a 3.99 cumulative GPA while at LCHS. They will be receiving a silver and blue cord for this distinction. Naomi Castaneda, Jaslyn De La Pena, Ricardo Diaz, Andrew Duran, Natalie Frias, Julian Garcia, Wendy Guzman, Clarissa Jimenez, Edward Jimenez, Jonathan Lopez, Marvin Lopez, Crystal Mencia, Daniela Mendez, Janet Pena, Juliana Ramirez Sarmiento, Susana Ramos, David Resendez, Jocelyn Rodriguez, Lucina Soto, Leilani Stewart, Faith Tara Castrellon, Omar Trejo. Next, I would like to recognize our summa cum laude students. These students earned a cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher while at LCHS. They will be receiving a gold and blue cord for this distinction. Dulce Contreras, Marisol Cruz, Cassandra Estrada, Teresa Estrada, Rebecca Gurola, Giselle Hernandez, Rocky Medellin, Christian Mendoza, Omar Palacios, Michelle Perez, Jimena Plasencia, Ashley Salvador, Marisol Urrutia, Julie Valdez, Jocelyn Valdivia. Congratulations to all our recipients. Lastly, I would like to introduce you to the student that had the highest GPA in the senior class. This student ended the year with a cumulative GPA of 4.28. In the fall, she will be attending UCLA. Please welcome Cassandra Estrada.
Thank you, Ms. Simpson, and thank you for giving me this honor and allowing me to speak before you today. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here, so let me start off by saying congratulations to my class of 2020. It sometimes feels like just yesterday was our first day of high school. I remember my first day well. It was probably the only day I got to school early and didn't have to rush to make it to class on time. I had just arrived and already wanted to leave. How typical of me. Yet now that the anticipated graduation day is finally here, I don't want it to end. At least, not like this. If I would have known that that day in March would have been my last day on campus, last day seeing my teachers, last day seeing my friends, maybe I wouldn't have rushed to leave and I would have said a proper goodbye. Of course, I wasn't going to go on talking about all these great things without addressing the situation we're all in. This Rona, or the coronavirus, took away our senior activities. We didn't have a prom, a grad night at Disneyland, a senior breakfast, senior beach day, and countless others. Miss Rona took the chance to make new memories, but she didn't take the memories that we shared during our high school years. Memories that some of us may carry for a lifetime. A lot of us decided to try something new in high school, whether you're joining a club, joining a sport, talking to that person you never really talked to before. I tried all three, and I have no regrets. I am thankful for every experience, especially joining the cross-country team. This experience I will probably carry with me forever, because it will remind me why taking a leap out of your comfort zone can lead to great things and even better friendships. I hope most of us here remember the day we met our bestest friends, whether it was in class, in the hall, in a lunch line, or someplace else. I hope you will forever cherish that memory. We didn't just share friends, we shared experiences. We went on field trips, took AP classes, went to school events, and simply happened to be in the right place at the right time to experience something memorable. I will always remember when Mr. Anderson played a song for our AP English class, and that Mr. Yu entrusted his students to be responsible without imposing any strict rules, which really taught some of us how to pull our own weight and develop independent study habits. I always appreciated how he let his students decorate his whiteboards with memes on our mini whiteboards. And lastly, I want to give a special shout out to Ms. Gonzalez and Mr. Ramirez, on behalf of Class of 2020 for getting us through the college application process, providing so much support that some of us didn't even know we needed. I thank you, Ms. G, Mr. R, for always keeping your door open, even when we were a bit annoying. We started our journeys together, but we all learned and experienced different things in and outside of school. Today, we are parting ways, carving our own paths and taking our memories and experiences with us. Are you prepared to face the world? I feel like I am, but there is still so much more room for growth. School isn't everything, but it can help you arrive where you want to go. Our time in high school has taught us a lot, from academics to friendships, but it has not taught us everything. We graduate today, finishing one chapter in our lives and about to start the next, not knowing what lies ahead. It can be a bit intimidating, but we've all made it this far, through 12 long years of school. What's 4, 6, and even for some of you, 10 more? We're more than halfway there, and it isn't so bad. Miss Rona may have taken on some of our opportunities, but she left the biggest opportunity of all, our futures. It's a bit cliche to say, but we are the future. The doors of opportunity have opened for us all. It is now a matter of choice. It is up to each and every one of us to choose a door and keep walking the paths we've chosen to meet our goals. We may trip and fall, but we must choose to get up and keep walking no matter how hard the road may get. We will experience failure as well as success. We will experience joy as well as heartbreak. But all those experiences will lead us to where we are meant to be. We're all meant for success. Sitting in this room is the next political leader that will pave a path to peace, a doctor that will cure some disease, an engineer that will improve our way of life, a psychologist that will change people's lives. Maybe your idea of success is simpler, and all you want to do is find a decent job to have a comfortable life, get married, a family. Regardless of what you aspire to be, don't let the world stop you. And never forget that you started here, with these people in this school. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra, for that amazing speech. I would now like to introduce our founder of PUC Schools and the current CEO of PUC National, Dr. Elliott.
My name is Dr. Jacqueline Elliott, and I am the co-founder of PUC Schools. Mi nombre es Dr. Jacqueline Elliott y yo soy la cofundadora de PUC Schools. Congratulations, class of 2020, and to the marvelous parents, teachers, and other school staff who have supported the graduates during their journey. Felicitaciones, clase de 2020, y a los maravillosos padres, maestros y otros personales de la escuela que han apoyado a los graduados durante su viaje. You are graduating in a historic year, but not one you would have chosen. However, you have made it through despite the challenges, and it's reflective of your determination, resilience, and strength. Those characteristics will serve you well as you venture into the next part of your journey, and will serve you well as you become the decision makers and leaders of tomorrow. You, the class who is graduating despite this year's challenges, are ready to take on a world that awaits your passion, your critical thinking, and your activism. As part of your activism, please exercise your right to vote and make your voice heard by voting for individuals who share your values and who will make decisions that will protect you, your family, this nation, and our world. 2020 will go down in history, but I have no doubt that you, the graduating class of 2020, will also go down in history as the generation that changed the world for the better. I cannot wait to hear about all of your amazing accomplishments. I am inspired by you and so very proud of you. Congratulations. Every year, I give a Founders Award to a young lady and a young gentleman who embody the vision that I had for the students of Lakeview Charter High School. Leilani Stewart is the first recipient. Leilani is a strong, passionate young lady that is ready to take on the world. She is an advocate not only for herself, but for others. Leilani is always willing to fight for what is right. She defines what it means to have grit. Leilani earned a GPA of 3.91 and will be attending UC Berkeley in the fall. Wow. Congratulations, Leilani. The other Founders Award recipient is Omar Palacios, who is a remarkable and caring young man. He is always willing to give his time to help others around him. He is a born leader that makes others around him better. Omar is going to change the world with all of the humanitarian work that he does in his community. He wears many hats and somehow manages to stay well-rounded by accomplishing what he puts his mind to. Omar earned a GPA of 4.19 and will be attending CSUN in the fall, my alma mater. Congratulations, Leilani and Omar, and thank you for embodying my vision so remarkably. You are incredibly inspiring young people, and you are going to make a huge positive difference in this world. In closing, I congratulate all of the outstanding graduates once again. Graduates, the future is yours for the making, and I know you are going to make it tremendous.
Thank you, Dr. Elliott, for those inspirational words. Class of 2020, I would like to extend my sincerest apologies to you for not being able to celebrate the last semester of high school the way we would have all wanted to. As you have seen firsthand, life does not always end up the way you had planned. I am extremely appreciative of all your sacrifices. More than any other class, you have shown true grit and determination. As you sit in your homes watching this tonight, I hope that you're surrounded by loved ones. I hope that you're all healthy and safe. Take a moment, look around the people that are with you, the family that loves you and has supported you along the way. Give them a huge hug as we celebrate not only you, but also all they have sacrificed to get you this far. As we look over the time at LCHS, I would like to point out some of your highlights. Even though you did not get to finish out the last semester, please know that you have accomplished much over the last 3.5 years. First off, last year as juniors, you were instrumental in LCHS receiving its California Distinguished Schools Award. Even though last year's senior class set high marks on the SBAC in their junior year, you guys took on the challenge and scored higher in both math and ELA. In fact, you set a record for the highest scores ever in math for any LCHS class. I guess that bonfire was a good idea after all. Thanks to the class of 2020, This year, LCHS was again recognized by U.S. News Report as being in the top 3% among all high schools nationwide. Additionally, due to your efforts, LCHS was ranked in the top 20 high schools at LUSD, the 10th highest in the district, and the #1 school in PUC. An astounding 86% of you were accepted into a four-year college or university. For the first time in our school's history, we also have our first student attending an Ivy League school by attending Columbia University. I would say that this class has plenty to be proud of. Class of 2020, as you move on to your next chapter in your lives, I ask for each of you to take some time to think about your future and the type of person you would like to become. As many of you enter college or the workforce in this uncertain time, think about how you can one day contribute to making this world a better place. Whether it's by entering the medical field to provide care for those in need, or by becoming an engineer to design new products to help us combat the new challenges, or perhaps some of you aspire to serve as leaders and politicians in order to create policy that helps those in need. As you have seen, all of these definitely are needed. All of you have different talents and aspirations. Find your passion and get after it. Use the challenges you faced over the last few months as motivation to overcome any other challenge that comes your way. And as always, remember to call your parents. As is tradition, I would like now to honor two tremendous individuals from the class of 2020 with the Principal's Award. The first person receiving the Principal's Award is someone who has overcome all odds and has fought through adversity throughout her academic journey. Even though she had to deal with not having her mother with her, she always maintained focus. Even after having to leave the country for her junior year, she returned to LCHS and picked up right where she left off, never settling for the B and excelling in all her classes. She ended the year with a GPA of 4.22 and is fulfilling her dream, attending UC San Diego to major in immigration law. Please join me in congratulating the first recipient of the Principal's Award, Jimena Plasencia. This next recipient is someone I've had the pleasure to see grow over the last 4 years here at LCHS. He is described by his counselors as the most charming young man that they have ever had the pleasure of working with. He is an unselfish individual that is always willing to put others first. He can take on any negative situation and turn it into a positive one. He is humble and caring to those around him, and this past winter formal, I had the honor of giving him his first cup of coffee. Please join me in congratulating the second recipient of the Principal's Award, Christian Esparza. Class of 2020, it is now the time you have all been waiting for. We will be playing a slideshow honoring each and every one of you, with your name being read by your college counselors. When your slide comes up, I ask that your family cheer and chant as loud as they can. Without further delay, I present to you the class of 2020.
Danny Acosta. Angel Aguayo. Francisco Alonso. Chelsea Alvarado. Luis Alvarado. Ryan Alvarez. Diana Benkovic. Solomon Caballero. Angel Cárdenas. Ashley Cárdenas. Alina Carizosa. Naomi Castaneda. Mari Ceballos. Jocelyn Cerrón. Dulce Contreras. Jessie Contreras. Leticia Corona Núñez. Marisol Cruz. Esteban Dávila Martínez. Jaslyn de la Peña. Ricardo Díaz. Andrew Durán. Raymond Enríquez. Christian Esparza. Cassandra Estrada. Teresa Estrada. Natalie Frias. Jesús García. Julian García. Beatriz Godínez. Miguel González. Trinity Grijalva. Daisy Guerrero. Jason Guerrero. Rebecca Garola. Wendy Guzman. Giselle Hernandez. Michael Hernandez. Clarissa Jimenez. Diana Jimenez. Edward Jimenez. Valerie Lerma. Dulce López. Jonathan Lopez. Lisbeth Lopez. Marvin Lopez.
Elizabeth Masira. Crystal Mancia. Valerie Maracuin. Oscar Martinez. Roque Medellin. Daniela Mendez. Abraham Mendoza. Adriana Mendoza. Christian Mendoza. Alex Moraz. Fernando Miranda. Angelica Moreno. Sinail Núñez. Samantha Pacheco. Omar Palacios. Janet Peña. Marlene Perez. Michelle Perez. Jimena Placencia. Jocelyn Virto. Jose Ramirez. Juliana Ramirez. Fidel Ramirez. Susana Ramos. David Resendez. Miguel Rocha. Eduardo Rodriguez. Emma Rodriguez. Jocelyn Ramos Rodriguez. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Rosana Rodriguez. Ashley Salvador. Joel Sanchez Jr. Juan Sakik, Giovanni Sevilla, Edgar Silva, Lucina Soto, Kyrie Stenhouse, Delaney Stewart, Faith Barax, Victoria Teixeira, Eduardo Tejada, Oscar Toscano, Omar Trejo, Marisol Yurita, Julie Valdez, Jocelyn Valdivia, Joey Vasquez, Alexis Velasco, Brian Zarate, Brandon Zuniga,
Class of 2020, please stand. Turn your tassel from the left to the right. I present to you the graduates of the Class of 2020. Congratulations to all the graduates. You earned it.
Hey, this is Will Farrell with a shout out to the graduating class of PUC Lakeview Charter High School, the class of 2020. You guys did it. We are very proud of you. Way to go.
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it
Woo!
like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it.
Yeah,
Walk
you.
it like I talk it.
Yeah,
Walk it like
you.
I talk it.
You did it.
Walk it
Yeah.
like I talk it. Woo!